Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Today is Monday, so you're allowed to ask personal questions, pet questions, political questions, whatever you have. Okay. If anyone would like a reading from me, please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number, or if you want it for later in the week or next week. Oh, Thanksgiving. Oh my God, I forgot. Thursday. Anyway, you can go on my website, psychicmedia.com, and make an appointment, schedule your reading there. Having said that, as I told you, Joy Reid is one of the shows on MSNBC I still tune in to watch, although I was some minutes late. And I'm glad I watched. In fact, I have to find the beginning of it. Hi, Jojo Tower. Thank you for reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I have to watch the beginning of it. I lost 9 minutes of that segment, but I caught it, and it validates some of the things that I have been saying to a lot of people for a while, that Trump is following the way Orban was able to change or transform a democratic government in Hungary into a dictatorship. And Joy had a former parliamentary person, I believe his name is Sherwing, his last name, I don't remember his first name. I wrote the last name down. So the point I'm trying to make is, I'm glad people like him are going on TV and explaining what Trump is doing and what's going on. But how long have we been talking about this, my friends? I've been telling you this for months. That's what Trump was doing. Well, they have proof now. And if you look at the 2025, whatever it is planned that they have, it is a concentration of power. Everything is around it. This is no longer a constitutional republic. It is all about the king, King Trump. And that's what's coming. I feel they're gonna hit roadblocks they don't expect. But there are two things I feel like reminding people who are going to counteract Trump. This is an insurgency government, okay? And forget the Constitution. That's the two things it feels like to me. Trump and people around him are thinking. That's why Trump is no longer, as much as he possibly can, will no longer honor anything the Constitution is requiring him to do. Example number one, he is not, he has documents he's supposed to fill out for his transition. He's not doing any of it. And Trump wants to see, little by little, he's going to do these things, okay, to see how much he can get away with. The thinking on Trump's part, he has a bunch of people, very rich people, and I would not be surprised if some of them are foreigners donating to his campaign. And we remember there was a story about somebody used straw men to donate, to third party, like Egypt gave him $10 million or something like that through different shenanigans. I feel Trump is going to let everyone know he's in charge and it's all about him. And he's not going to say forget the Constitution right now, but we will get the memo. That's what Trump, I feel, is planning, and he's going to do it from day one. That's why he doesn't want to have anything. He doesn't want to sign any promissory anything. That's why he's not signing that the documents that he's supposed to sign. So Carmen Donali says, I want to give some validation of your gift. A while back, I asked you about my dog, and you only saw one of them, but I had two of the same color. I'm sorry, you only saw one. Later, I lost the big one first. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, losing one of those a pet is the pets. I'm sorry for your loss, Carmen and Ali. Oh boy. Okay. But yeah, we have, some people have said this, that the insurrection never ended really. Well, the insurrection is continuing. And Trump and people and his enablers are going to try to dismantle our government. That's basically the goal. In order for them, power is going to be concentrated towards Trump, and he has his sycophants like the guy with the beard. I forget his name. He just nominated to be head of OMB, Office of Management and Budget, I think they call it. Okay, and he wants, oh, Trump is God. Yeah. So to avoid violence, Americans are going to have to get very creative because intuitively I feel like saying Trump is going to show up and surprise some people about what he wants and where he wants to go. And unfortunately, it's going to be for all of us now. That includes the people who voted for him. They didn't vote for this. They voted for cheaper egg prices, but they're going to get egg prices are going to double. I don't know how many of you heard. He's going to slap 25% tariff on every good coming from Mexico and Canada, and he's going to slap 10% tariff on China. I bought my computer so I could do my work better, and I just bought the device for me to have better sound. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anymore because it's going to be too expensive. And somebody asked me something about Social Security. You will not be allowed to get Social Security if you get some kind of pension or something like that. I've never heard of that one. Or if you're making extra money. That's me. Well, I got a pension because I worked for a company for 20 years or so. And if I don't do this, I'm not going to be able to live here. The little money, Social Security. So well, I'm not surprised. Do you guys remember I said, well, Elon and Vivek, that's what they want. And something else as well. I don't think I've said this yet. It came to me over the weekend. Do you guys remember during the pandemic? Oh, I think I mentioned it once. Like the guy in Texas, the lieutenant governor in Texas was promoting that senior citizens should volunteer to die from COVID because they've lived a long enough life. It feels like to me, the Viveks of this world and Elon are thinking in those terms. It's not a bad idea to cause the death of as many seniors as they possibly can. Because they figure, I don't know how many of you heard, there is somebody, yes, that guy, Vought, I believe his name is Vought, something like that. He is an architect of the 2025 policy, however they call it. Okay. I read the title of an article that says if Vought is the head of OMB, So that means Medicare, Medicaid, and other monies. I'm going to put it that way. So that's the best thing I can put it right now. Monies for veterans, medical, benefits are going to be cut. This is going to be fun to watch. But these people, what they have in mind. That's what I was picking up from them. They don't care. And in fact, Shit, excuse me, the guy who wants to be the DOD, whatever, big one show. He said, according to one article I read it, I didn't see it on YouTube. There's an article about it. You guys can look for it. If somebody, a veteran, even if you are wounded during a war, you should not claim or try to have the government pay for whatever happens to you in the war. These are the type of people. I mean, it's crazy. I read that a little while ago. I was shocked. How arrogant. But my friends, these are the people we have coming in the Trump administration. I'm going to do the best I can not to get sick, but it is so dumb and funny. It's unbelievable to me. Ooh, let's see what happens. Okay, let me see if there are some questions that I will start with. That I have a couple of things. Deborah says, "Meanwhile, I have a portfolio. Are they going to consider that a pension? Oh yeah, and take away my Social Security. My portfolio has nothing to do with a pension. It was an inheritance." Exactly, artists, euthanasia. That's what they are thinking of doing. They didn't. Well, they said it doesn't matter. I mean, these people, I don't think they know what they are talking about. All they care is they want to cut $2 trillion from the federal government, and there is a Senator Johnny Ernst is helping them identify where to cut $2 trillion. And I feel Democrats have to start targeting those people. Okay. Go on their district or their state and start spreading. We can't wait anymore. Unfortunately, my little base is small, but we got to start doing these things. Attack those people. Let the seniors in her state know what she's doing. Let the veterans in her state know what she's doing. Yeah. So I don't remember exactly what Johnny earns, which state she's from, but she's one. She suggested, she's making suggestion to Elon and Vivek. It's all baloney. This stuff is intuitive is going to backfire big time on them. But in the meantime, they are causing a lot of people, that are headaches, lose sleep over this, because it's your rent. That's how you pay your rent and you eat. But anyway, it's going to be very interesting. So Deborah Webb, I would not be surprised if they count this as extra. The minute you have extra money coming in, it feels like to me that's what they mean. Doesn't matter if it's an inheritance or anything. It's money. Yep. Exactly. K. Maldon says, yes, that was Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick of Texas. That was him. Yeah, but you're right. That said, the seniors should be allowed to die and sacrifice themselves. Yes, that's what he said. The arrogance is unbelievable. K. Maldon says that won't fly. Can you imagine the backlash if they try to do that with Social Security? Oh, I agree with you, Kay. It's just that I'm not quite sure. all these people, they think the baloney, because I don't want to use the word, okay, that starts with the letter S. They think that stuff is only goes downhill. Yeah, they can push it down to the rest of us, and we're not going to fight back. They don't expect anybody to fight back. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You know, they think people are just going to sit back and twiddle our thumbs. You know, okay, all right, you want to cut my Social Security? You want to take away my Medicare? All right. You know, I have, you know, cancer, or I have this. What do I do? They don't care. You know, this is going to get very interesting, okay? Yeah, some of them may have to leave this country. Yeah. Craig Dixon says, I suffered wounds. I'm on a VA pension and Social Security. Yep. Well, I don't know if a VA pension, how they're going to look at that. So, but my friends, it's bad. Artist says disabled people will be vulnerable to absolutely. I mean, they have no mercy. Those, you know, Elon and Vivek and among others, Republicans in general. Not all, but a good number of them. That's why they shot themselves in the foot. They did not know the ACA was Obamacare, and it's a communist thing until somebody tell them, well, that's what you're getting. Happy Sunshine says, I have received an email into a new company. I have sent my CV and then two letters to the VP. I really want this job. Will I get an interview and a job offer? My friend, I wish you luck. You know, well, stay on top of it. I'm not seeing you talking to them yet, okay? And it's difficult for me to tell, not until you talk to them. It's very hard to tell. You know, I said, you know, going forward for the next 5 or 6 streams, I'm going to explain to people how, at least for me, I can't speak for other psychics, how I read. And I do this on Monday and Saturday evenings, not only to help me get clients, but for people to see what I can do, okay? And this morning I was explaining a little bit that there is no such thing as time on the other side, okay? Like somebody put it beyond the veil and the universe, because we don't know. We have a sun. We know how it, you know, we invented clocks in order for us to be able to synchronize our activities and stuff like that. But we don't know what the, excuse me, we don't know what is out there in the universe. And if we were to be outside of here, how we would synchronize if we don't have any watches? Let's say, you know, we're starting from scratch. We would have to study the whole thing and, okay, what do they use? What is time, if there is such thing? But anyway, I explained that, you know, being able to, when you are making a prediction, or not only a prediction, predictions, it's difficult to tell while you read how things are going to fall, okay? And somebody, it seemed like they didn't see the video I made today. They wrote to me and asked me, I said, I'm answering here and I'm going to have to reply to the person tomorrow. I said Jim Jordan and some people were going to, Trump sycophants were going to suffer the consequences of some of their stuff. I've been saying this for the past 7 years, and some people have gone to prison already, but I did not know. I said at the time that there were going to be a lot of people going to prison, you know, but I did not know why. I knew some people from Congress would go to prison because of some of the stuff that they were doing with Trump, okay? And I said a whole lot of people were going to go to prison. and a whole bunch of people went to prison. You see how things work? Okay. But there will be more, because right now, things that are going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of. For example, there's a lot of rules that are being broken by Trump and the people around him with the monies that we don't know where that money is coming from. He doesn't think we're going to be able to trace that stuff. That's how stupid these people are. Of course, those monies are going to be traced, analyzed, investigated, everything. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's difficult to tell what's going to happen first or next. It's difficult to synchronize when you're doing readings. Yes, I know James Jordan, those people, they're going to get flack. Things are going to happen to a lot of people Trump supporters, who went out and did things on his behalf. But like I've always said to people, I can't confuse time and the sequence. That's the word I should use. The sequence of events is difficult to predict when you're doing all those predictions. You may think action A is going to happen after action B, and it's the reverse it's because of time. So the person is trying to tell me, well, you don't make sense. They don't understand. People don't understand that this is not logical. Psychics, we are interpreting what we are seeing into words. But a lot of people, they watch us, they don't understand how this works. And it is something that I'm going to be doing at least for the next week, for as long as it takes, because people watch us. We do readings. It's not that what we said is not going to happen. It may not happen in the time that we said it was going to happen, and it may not happen in the sequence that we said it was going to happen. And you may think the psychic is wrong until later on, bam, whatever the psychic predicted happened. It happens all the time. Even with my mom, you may say, oh, she's wrong, and all of a sudden, bam, yeah. I mean, my brothers and sisters and I, we used to do that all the time. I said, no, just wait. And we used to see how good she was. I mean, we were kids. So, not kids, but young adults in our late teens, when we understood how we can use this and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we used to do that. So, but a lot of people, they come, they listen, and they expect logical explanations from psychics. That's the last thing you want to do. Well, you said this person was going to go to jail, but a whole bunch of people are going to jail already. It's just a matter of time before that person, especially because they usually have, for example, that person, it seems like they hate Jordan. I don't like Jordan either. But I know it's a matter of time before he has his own legal issues. I'm not quite sure if I ever said I saw Jordan go into prison. I said they were going to have legal issues. But the person probably wants Jordan to go to prison, and they wrote to me and said, well, this doesn't make any sense, and they expect a logical answer. This is not logical. So you have to explain this to people. That's one thing I'm thinking of doing. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Oh, I heard about that guy, Dennis Prager. He rags on doctors and all kinds of stuff, and now, from what I understand, he's in critical condition in the hospital or something, and doctors are supposed to help him, right? Crazy. Deborah Webb says, Dennis Prager is a conservative radio talk show host, writer, and public speaker based on the United States. He is widely known for his commentary on politics, religion, and culture. Deborah Webb, he owns some kind of company that they come up with a whole re-education program for kids, a conservative approach to education. Yeah. Granny plays Minecraft says, will Don Jr. problem with donut powder become more obvious to Trump supporters? And what do you feel his response will be? Denial, double down, or treatment? Don Jr. is not gonna, would never admit anything. They all the Trump family. I don't know if you guys notice, they are all in lockstep with their father. Okay, the only person who's having doubts is Ivanka, and it's because her husband. He knows this can blow up big time. Okay, Trump is taking a big. He's making a big gamble, and it's because he's stupid. He thinks he can overturn democracy. He tried, he failed, and so far, he's ahead of the game. That's what's making him even more daring. Touch me if you can. And now he is going to dismantle the whole thing. And I know people are going to stand up, but I can't tell you who's going to stand up. Trump is going to run into some major roadblock, and let me tell you guys, like I've been saying, and some people, that's another thing people do. They reword or explain what I say and their way, misinterpret what I say. I don't see Trump in the White House, and it doesn't bode well for him. I said I see scaffolding falling over him. I see him tripping. Okay. These things don't bode well for him. And I gave examples. If I say I don't see somebody, yeah, they can be alive, running around, and all of a sudden, bam, gone. Let me give you guys another example. I used to do readings at a very fancy gym in New York City. Oh my God, I forget the name right now. Okay, if I remember it, I'll tell you guys. What's his name? The African American golfer. He lives in Florida. He's in New York all the time. That's where he goes when he's in New York. I forget his name too, but you guys know who I'm talking about. This gentleman came. I went there to do readings, and I used to do, all the fancy places. I used to try to go. Maybe I would get clients before I started on YouTube. Never worked, but anyway. This gentleman came, and she sat down, and I said, I'm just giving you an example of how people like myself, we can confuse time. He sat down, and I described his grandma. I said, your grandma is on the other, I'm seeing your grandma on the other side, blah, blah, blah. And, I gave him names, his other people, I don't remember exactly, but all the relatives he has on the other side. After I spoke to him for 10, 15 minutes, and he goes to me, my grandma is still alive. Oh boy, what do you do? That's an example of how you can confuse time. So, I knew what it meant, and he became very suspicious. But his grandma was well. He told me my grandma was dancing in a family party, not because his grandma lived somewhere in South America. I don't remember where he told me. Okay, his grandma was in her late 80s, but she told me she was vibrant. She's dancing. She was at the family something party. She was dancing. I'm like, but I knew. I'm like, oh my God. Guess what? The next time I went, grandma's gone. He came to me, he said, when you said it, I had doubts that, because he said my grandma would look so vibrant and so good. They came one day, she didn't wake up. That was it. So these are, at the time, if he was, I don't know how much he knows about psychics, The only thing I felt bad because I knew I was predicting the passing of his grandmother, but I simply confused time. Okay, but he didn't criticize me or say anything. It bothered him, I could tell. But he came to me, and because I used to go there every few months. I don't remember exactly how often. I mean, how the frequency, but and he came in, he told me his grandma passed. So those are the things that can happen when you talk to a psychic. You know, how do I explain this? I don't know. The only thing I can tell you, when we say something, it's going to happen. We can confuse time and the sequence of events, but watch. So I thought I would share that with you guys. But I can't tell who's going to go to prison first and stuff like that. It's very difficult to tell. Okay. But Granny, oh boy. Granny plays Minecraft. Don Jr. will never accept. I mean, he will deny everything. Okay. Jojo Tower says, Miri, do you see my co-worker recovering from illness and getting back to work? I feel like saying yes, but it's not going to be right away. Jojo, is your co-worker having trouble walking? And who around him or her had cancer? There's something with cancer, there's something with trouble walking. Jojo, can you please call me? I have to get my number, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh my God. Time flew by. Okay. Oh, is your coworker bedridden? That's maybe what it might probably be the best, because I'm seeing somebody who's having difficulty getting out of bed. Here's the number, Jojo. Adi said, here's another thought. Does Fed not lower rate in December out of concern about tariff? I think he's gonna what I forget the name of the Fed chairman, but I feel he's going to lower rate. He will react once all hell breaks loose. Hi, Jojo.
Oh, hi there.
Yes, it's okay. Does your coworker have? Is it a male? Why am I getting male energy?
No, the woman.
Okay, so did somebody have cancer around her? That do you know?
Not that I know of. Maybe I don't think her mom does, but she had a stroke, and yes, maybe there's mobility issues.
Well, that's going to be the mobility issue is going to be the problem. But as I was focusing on your friend, I was hearing cancer. Okay, so there's somebody. Please don't say anything. Okay, I just wanted to find out who that was. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for calling. You're welcome. Good luck to you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see. Sandra Peterson is asking, do I see J.D. Vance in the White House? You know, J.D. Vance doesn't register at all for me. But yes, he'll be there because, let me put it this way. I don't see Biden stopping the transfer of power. Okay? So, whether I see Vance in the White House or not, they're going to be there and they're going to try to trash everything. And that's when all hell is going to break loose. Because the speech Trump is going to give on for his inauguration is going to be out of this world, craziest you've ever seen. MG is asking, did I order my new Trump guitar? Yeah. That's what After the tariffs are down, then I'll buy one. But I feel Trump is going to be inaugurated. I hope I'm wrong. I hope somebody uncovers something and stop this train wreck. But I doubt it. Okay, and I wish I could explain to you, Sandra, but I don't have an explanation on why I see things. That's why I don't think Trump, it's either he won't last long, some things are going to be so bad, he won't be able to function in the administration. We're going to lose 4 years. Basically, that's what's coming. It's going to be more than 4 years, but this is not going to be good. Okay. Okay, let me answer one more question and then I'll go. This is asking me with all these dumb Trump tactics, from tariff to deportation, and with cuts to entitlement, do you see Trump poll falling off the cliff like Herbert Hoover? It's going to be bad. I don't know what Herbert Hoover's poll numbers were, but this is going to be an S show. It's going to be an exit. The guy he nominated to, that's going to be a show. That's the show it's going to be. It's going to be really, really bad. I'm telling you. I don't see how, well, I'm having difficulties envisioning how this administration is going to function. I think that's the best way to put it. Okay, friends. Have a good night, Elizabeth Martinez. Thank you, everyone, for coming by and supporting me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmedu.com, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye. And please don't let things drive you nuts. We're going to face some challenges. We'll get through it. And we will, those who are trying to inflict pain on us, we should flip the table on them. Have a good night, everyone.